Hi guys, Paul here from PABrewNews. We have one from the Goodwood Brewing Company from Louisville, Kentucky. Picked this up at their brew house in Frankfort, Kentucky. This is their Bourbon Barrel Ale. Now we know another brewing company, I think they're from Lexington, Kentucky, that does the Bourbon Barrel Ale, the bourbon, you know what I mean, like that. I can't remember exactly what the name of the brewing company is, but it's on all the shelves for around here that do the Bourbon Barrel. This I think is Lexington Brewing Company, but I'm not really exactly sure. The name escapes me off the top of my head, but that's what this reminds me of, the Bourbon Barrel Ale. This is it, okay. So speaking of Lexington, let's do it in the Ethereal Brewing Company glass. Now there is a beer from Ethereal called Baba Yaga. It is a chocolate hazelnut and coffee imperial stout coming in at 14.3, I do believe, alcohol by volume. 13.4 or 14.3. It was magnifique. However, they would not crowler that they would not crowler it, and they didn't have any take-home cans already made, or I would have definitely grabbed more of that. So it was really, really good. No official reviews on that. That's about as close to an official review of you'll get as the Baba Yaga, which is a Russian witch that rides in a mortal and pestle, and rides in that and does evil things to children. But that is the Baba Yaga story. It's a Russian myth of a witch. So if you weren't aware, that's what Baba Yaga is. But this is a Bourbon Barrel Ale. Let's throw this in. We'll get it in the glass, and we'll tell you a little bit more about it. See if there's anything on the can art to give you more insight on this beer, okay? There is a beard hair on the beer, so we'll just get rid of that. Ew. Bourbon Barrel Ale. Goodwood Brewing Company, made in Louisville, Kentucky. Ale aged in a bourbon barrel. Touched with wood. Brewed with limestone water. Goodwood beer. Goodwood.beer. Okay? It is made with malt, hops, water, and yeast. So it is in that Reinheitsgebot, Germany pure and law kind of thing, apparently. 6.1 alcohol by the volume. I would think it's a little too low of an ABV to be putting in barrels. And obviously, it's not a very fresh barrel unless you didn't take a gravity after you got it out of the barrel. Okay? So right there, Goodwood beer. Okay? From what I've seen from Goodwood, they make very approachable beers for the mass market people to drink at their brew pubs, if you know what I'm saying. We know a lot of breweries that do that. And they don't seem to be any different. And, once we found out, okay, these guys are from Louisville, but we're drinking them in Frankfort. Okay, so they have numerous, I don't know how many, but at least 2 places of business for drinking. So that be it as it is, let's check out the Bourbon Barrel Ale. I would love to know what bourbon the barrel was. Why wouldn't you put that on? A lot of people don't. A lot of people in the brewing community, and I mean, this has been something for a long time before the craft movement really kind of took off. People, they don't want educated consumers, because educated consumers get finicky and picky and all this stuff like that. They don't want that. They don't like that. I was told that a long, long, long time ago by a person who ran a distribution center. And I mean, ages ago, they say we don't want the educated consumers. We want people that just buy stuff because we tell them to, and it's a fact. It is one of those things. Anyway, let's get back to this beer real quick. Lovely, lovely kind of a chestnut caramel ruby hue to this beer. A little bit of alcohol leg sticking from that 6.1%. A little bit of a frothy ring around the head, but not too much head going on. Around the beer, but not too much head going on. Let's get an aroma on this one. Cheers. A little smoky caramel pepperiness. Soft and toasted brown bread with a hint of something that reminds me of a little bit of raisin, but very, very subtle. Yeah, just smells like a nice malty beer. Little pepperiness, earthiness, a little bit of copper coin kind of tonality mixing with that little bit of brown bread. Very standard. Let's check it out. Cheers. That's quite pleasant. That is really quite pleasant. It's a bit thin, but for 6.1, pretty much on point at the same time. It tastes like a very subtle bourbon barrel aged barley wine, to be perfectly honest. It's giving me that nice little tonalities of the caramels, giving a little bit of a brown sugar tonality, a little hint of a raisin in there as well. Look at that brown bread tonality as well. The little bit of a copper coin on the back end, but very subtle. You have that, again, that tonality, that peppery caramel tonality from that bourbon, that whatever's barrel that's in. There is still a hint of that in there. It's just on that very approachable, easy drinking side, as it was expected to be. It's very tasty. It is a tasty beer. Is it bombastic? No. But for 6.1%, you really can't tell there's any ABV in this. I mean, it's not coming out. It's not here. But it also shows you it's pretty much a worn out barrel that they're putting this stuff in. If they're re-wetting the barrel somehow or putting in staves, not really sure what's going on with this one. But for what is in the can, it actually is tasty, which is pretty cool, actually. Ooh, there's more left. Good. Chunk it in, chunk it in, chunk it in. A little bit of a toasted sugar, burnt sugar tonality in there, like a little bit of a caramel, cola-esque bitterness, if you know what I mean. Mixing in with that caramel and that earthy pepperiness. What I wouldn't give to have this beer 10% plus, but put in a proper barrel too. You know what I mean? Like kicked up and put in a proper barrel. It'd be probably a pretty fantastic little thing going on right now. But for what it is, you know, it's extremely solid. It's extremely solid, and it's actually really enjoyable to drink. It's not as enjoyable, I would say, as the Bourbon Barrel Aged Imperial Stout they had, even though that was still meant to be sessionable, approachable, and something that you would drink with food. So I'm going to give this one a 7.5. I still think it's a very solid beer from a brewery that is, you know, striving just to do solid stuff for people of all walks of life to enjoy while they're, you know, watching a game. Because the games are all, you know, there's 16 TVs with the game on. I'm not into any of that kind of stuff. I like quiet, dark places with wonderful things happening. So, be that as it may, I'll still give it a 7.5. I think it's really good, and I'm going to enjoy the rest of it. So, this has been Paul from PABrewNews. Cheers. Bye-bye. Watch that finger.